Hello there everyone, I'm Gizmos161286 and welcome to my fourth video on YouTube. Today got a game view on Swamp. As you can see, it's one of my sort of favoured maps, just because it doesn't feel too corridory. There's plenty of cover there within in the centre to get sort of crossfire shots and whatnot. And if you're in a medium, it's kind of like a perfect map for it, really. I find. So as you can see, we're in the Lansen C. Kind of gets a bit of a bad rep, but that's only because its counterpart really is the Draugen, and that is just an absolute phenomenal tank. But I will tell you some of the pluses to playing the Lansen C over the Draugen. The biggest one being it's a dual nation crew trainer, and it's also got a crew XP boost of 20%. So if you're going to compare the two to sort of stats, the Lansen C has a slightly better mobility. The Draugen's got sort of better rounds, and it also has the Hesh premium because its APR is standard, whereas the premium pen on this for the APCR and the Lansen C is only marginally better than what the standard pen is on the Draugen. Slightly better rate of fire than the Draugen, but and the gun handling is better on the Draugen. But with this being a dual nation crew trainer, you can put your British crew in there. If you've got a Simon Lynette crew with the snakebite perk, then the gun handling is near enough the same, I find. On the two tanks, there's not really any difference. It's just one gets Hesh and the other one gets the APCR with how you're going to play it, because they're going to both play very similarly because the armor profile, things like that, are the same. So the Hesh is lovely for absolute memes on time. It really is, and Petty has done enough videos of that, and I think Chopper has as well. So yeah, there's plenty of Hesh meme videos out there. So I am platooned up with Burnster, who's also in the Filth Clan. I thought it'd be quite cool to put his video for the replay down in there as well. Sort of something I'd wanted to try. I don't see too many people who upload videos. I could be wrong. I just don't see too many videos of sort of dual replays going on at the same time. I know sort of Rubberlito does the kill cam from their version in a similar fashion. But yeah, I just thought it'd be quite cool to see, because most of the people I sort of play this game with is in platoon, because it's always nicer to share the pain, isn't it, rather than going against it alone. So yeah, on Swamp, started out quite a nice game. Obviously, we're already 2 tanks up. Get a nice sort of kill there with, I think it was the Tiger Shark coming out. So again, one of the obviously benefits being in a platoon to communicating with Burnster, who's close to me there. So yep, this Tiger Shark's coming over. You're going to need a bit of help trying to get him out quickly, because those tanks are a big pain in the backside. So we're slowly trying to, because this encounter, obviously, as you can see again, map being in the center, we're slowly trying to push up and try and get around that ridge. Try and get around to that ridge, which is up around sort of H6, H7, because if we can get up to that ridge, that's going to really give us a good vantage point to try and shoot down on any tanks that have gone on the other side, because their team predominantly went down the 1, 2, 3 line, that sort of area. So we know there are some tanks up there, because it's a standard sort of sniping spot, as it were, from that side. So we've come up. Didn't expect to see that T-32. That's a bit of a pain in the backside. So we're still trying to get shots. Burnster lets me know that he's put one into this Ragnarok. I know, turn around, get a shot on him. And again, that's another sort of thing, being platooned up, you're talking to each other. I didn't actively notice that. As soon as he said it, he didn't notice this FCM coming around. So yeah, let him know that FCM's coming. I know he's loaded Hesh, so he's going to be doing damage to that frontally no matter what. And I'm just going to hopefully try and get side shots. But looking back at this, I do make a mistake in terms of deciding to turn my attention away from the FCM. I don't know really what I was thinking there. I was thinking so tunnel vision on wanting to get up into that view to go overlooking the other side. Sort of forget, and now this FCM is starting to come around. He's really pushing on Burnster, and I'm like, okay, right, time to get a wiggle on. Really need to get around here now and sort of sort this guy out, because the last thing I need is to be losing, obviously, another tank. It's very close, as you can see. So come round, boop, he's gone. So now it's just kind of, it's just trying to realise, really, it's very close. You don't want to go out and start throwing away needless hit points, especially in papered armoured tanks. So we obviously noticed that there was a bulldog up there, and that's the concern, is we don't want to lose artillery. As much as we all hate it, we still don't want to lose arty that's on our team. So I'm trying to see if we can get shots, and then it looks like arty went and shotgunned him, which was probably pretty nice for that artillery to get a nice shotgun there. Started pulling away again, just having another little look, trying to get up behind. I'm kind of hoping that this T-32 excuse me, is now facing the way he is. We go up, and that's one thing that does let this tank down, snapshots like that. I know we got one earlier on in the T-34, and that was probably all the snapshot RNG favors we've used up for this game. So, because everything else after that does just seem to miss. So, one thing is, I think the Draugen is a bit more forgiving with snapshots. But in saying that, talking to Burnster now and just trying to keep this T-32 looking up on me for Burnster to come up and try and pop one in him. Doesn't happen because Burnster actually misses his shots. So now we're thinking, yeah, we're pretty much in the end game now. Let's just go along, try and get these last couple tanks out now. It was pretty close for most of the game. Yep. So yeah, the Lansen C over the Draugen. I think had the Lansen C come out before the Draugen, it probably wouldn't get as much of a bad rep as kind of what it does. That Draugen came out, and it doesn't care what tier that thing is in. It'll, because of that hash, it'll do, and that standard penetration value, it will just do damage constantly. Doesn't matter what tier it is. Whereas this, it probably will struggle a bit more against tier 10s, just because it doesn't have that really extra pen value and whatnot. So yeah, that's kind of like, I don't know, I still like the tank, but I can still see why everyone says, if you've got a Draugen, why would you play this tank? But it's just one of those things. I think when stuff gets such a bad rep, maybe it kind of makes you want to play it a little bit more in some ways. I don't know, maybe a bit of an underdog. I prefer the underdog, I don't know. But anyway, I'm literally rambling on now. Again, miss another snapshot on that guy, but Burnster comes along, takes him out, and the last HE shell got loaded there. It's just always nice to just one-shot arty, let's be honest. It is nice. So trying along, just find him. There he is. Aim in actually fully this time, and pop. There we go. He is out of it. So yeah, that was just a nice game that we sort of had. Really, thought it'd be cool to show. Wasn't sort of best game out there. Burnster had a really nice one. So we both get a brother in arms as well. So that was really cool to be top there on the leaderboards. Yeah, don't, if you do sort of see the Lansen C come up on offer, and you've got the gold saved up, it's definitely something worth looking at. I wouldn't definitely turn your nose up to it. Yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed the video, the replay, and if you do sort of like this style where there's dual sort of videos going on, leave a comment or a like or something like that. I could maybe look to do something a bit more with it in the future, because it seems pretty cool, and yeah, hopefully everyone else will enjoy it. So thank you, and hopefully see you next time. Gizmo out.